All right there. Hey. So, it's going to be kind of a short, sweet one. At least I think so. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Just got back from a 2 week road trip. The last BIV, as a matter of fact, if you watched it, was from Pittsburgh. Actually, it was in Hudson. We said it was from Pittsburgh because I tried to do it in Pittsburgh. It didn't work. But anyway, let's tell the tale of the road trip to a point. The Geekalicious wedding of Eric and Lindsay MacCallum. That was just so awesome. Congratulations, you two. We were honored and pleased to be a part of it. And you just, geeks everywhere. I mean, it was these beautiful, amazing centerpieces, big, Lego and Muppets and Star Trek and gaming. And it was just, we had a good time. And there's, as I said, some video evidence of me rapping about their cats. So anyway, had a good time with that. There's a lot of Sentinels of the Multiverse playing going on, especially with Craig Henson and his wonderful daughter Jazzy, aka Squirrel. So a little bit more about that. I'm actually going to geek out a little bit about Sentinels a little bit later. So after all that was Cleveland ConCoction. So this is sort of my Cleveland ConCoction after action report in sort of brevity. Because I'm exhausted, guys. After 2 weeks, I'm sleeping in my own bed tonight. So I'm not keep it shortish. It was an excellent and well-run gaming room. All right. Well, first off, this is the first convention in the Cleveland area in a long time. Cleveland had been needing a con, and they put one in there, and it was awesome. It was a great time. One of the best first-year cons I have had the honor of being part of. And I just want to say, for the gamer geeks of us, the gaming room was run really well. You guys were awesome. Well done, guys. And it was one of the biggest attractions of the show. It's very heavy traffic, especially on Saturday. Lots of people involved in the gaming stuff, so hopefully they'll continue building that up. I ran a couple of games, two very key events for the Shaintar Justice and Life campaign, the Thundering Skies Saga, and this is the Distant Thunder chapter, and some major stuff happening there where they were trying to open up a major portal, they being the Storm Magi, and the heroes really pulled some serious cool stuff out with that. I've got a lot of writing up to do and pull it together. But that part of the story was told pretty, and it in fact kept things from getting considerably worse. So the guys at AndoCon, while they're still going to have a hard time, at least it won't be extra hard because these guys did their job. So that turned out really well. And you will believe a bard who can't fight for crap can turn the tide of battle. It was actually a pretty cool drama thing that happened there. So well done. And then Beagle with his damn. You guys were great. The role playing was awesome. And of course, Shailene by Richard Brown. He travels everywhere. Shailene just had this epic role. And she's disappeared again. Now, Richard and I'll talk about that, but she keeps saving people's lives and disappearing. So she has this weird connection with the Tempest. Which, if none of you is following along with the Shaintar stuff, none of this is going to make any damn sense. So you should be following along with the Shaintar stuff, right? All right, so there was a Shaintar stuff. We played Cards Against Humanity with Roddenberry, Gene Roddenberry and Majel Barrett's son, who is really cool. Rod, love you, man. We had a great time. Looking forward to talking about more projects. And, to the, I don't even know what the proper salute for, I guess it's that, for Barfleet, which I got to talk about Barfleet, and I will. There was a generic gaming panel that I was the only participant on. So people wandered in. We had a great time. Talked about the current status and future of gaming. It turned out really nice. That was a lot of fun. There was a Girls in Geekdom panel that Carinn was a part of. Brilliant. The room was full, and I was so glad to see it, men and women, talking about the current state of things. And I mean, let's face it, that Rogers kid kind of put some serious stuff on the map, and there's a lot of good, solid conversation that needs to be had, and I was very proud of Carinn for her participation in that. So that was a really great talk, and I think the ones that needs to keep happening. I think every convention should have a conversation like that, a panel, a group discussion where we are talking about these concerns about equality, about why the women need to be made to feel welcome, and not just because they're women, but because they're fellow geeks. And how we create a conversation that everyone feels safe and comfortable and understands each other. So this was good. Barfleet! Barfleet. If you don't know what Barfleet is, it's basically either Star Trek Club with the drinking problem or Drinking Club with the Star Trek problem. But it's a fun group who puts on fantastic parties. It's a social organization. They do a lot of cool, fun stuff. And I have been sort of a honorary member, Ambassador Spiffy Beagle, and they've treated me. I mean, they've always treated me as a full-on member, and I've always been very welcome and very honored by that. But this time, me and Carinn decided to go all out because we're actually planning on being more part of the organization in a very formal way, in hopes, very slowly, take it step by step, but to build something up in Denver and to kind of help move Barfleet into the west. So yeah, we're looking at. So we joined formally that that night, Saturday night. So I was demoted from ambassador specifically Beagle to merely cadet, but that's cool because I want to build up rightfully and appropriately, and so does Carinn. So we're looking forward to being a part of that. And Barfleet's a fun, like I said, it's a fun time, and so opportunity to do some charity work too. So really really cool stuff. All right, Sentinels in the Multiverse. This is a cooperative board game. All right, that's card driven. It's not a deck building game. You have a set deck as you're playing with the superheroes. And that deck represents all your powers, special abilities, and things like that. And it's a brilliantly designed game by a group called guys from Greater Than Games. They kickstarted the original. They kickstarted a supplement set. There's all kinds of extra, bits and pieces. But it is fully cooperative. There is no backstabby. There is no secret hidden agenda. You and your hero and the other people playing and their heroes are teaming up against a villain deck, or in like one iteration, which is the latest one, the Vengeance or the Vengeful 5, you could be up against an equal number of supervillains to how many players there are. There's also an environment deck that feeds in additional circumstances that can really just alter the gameplay across the board, affect the villains and the heroes and all that kind of stuff. It's just some brilliant mechanics. It's incredibly easy to learn how to play and so compelling. I'll tell you right now, when we got it, right, we started playing here with the crew in Alabama, and with all the games I have, you can't even see them all. There's a wall over here you can't see that's full of board games, or it was. Actually, most of them are in boxes now because we're moving. But with all the games, pretty much exclusively, we weren't role-playing. We've been playing Sentinels in the Multiverse. That's how compelling this game is. All the combinations, all the possibilities. We recently got a hold of the storyline stuff where you kind of go through different stories. It's my chance to play superheroes since nobody's running. And I get to play. And again, you can get very favored characters, but then you can kind of go through and play all these different characters. And every single time you play, even if you play the same character over and over and over again, it's going to play differently every time just because of the way it's done up. And the decks run themselves beautifully. You have lots of interesting choices to make about, okay, and you could cooperate. I mean, it's a really cool game. I just can't say enough awesomeness about it. I'm looking forward to meeting these guys at Gen Con for some cool ideas I'm hoping they'll buy into. But even if not, I'm just going to fanboy on them because they did a good game. So, again, it is well worth it. Every penny you will spend, your friends and you will enjoy the heck out of it if you like superheroes at all. I've got friends who don't like tabletop games. They really prefer role play. They don't like playing tabletop games, who are constantly like, let's play this game. So it's got something really good going on for it. Doctors Without Borders. I want to mention that because some of you know I have been consulting with them and talking to them about some interesting things for a while. Well, we're into the next step. I can't say exactly what's going on, but I want you to be aware something cool is going on. And I've got a team of amazing people I'm working with to pull some stuff together there. So the next step in the conversations is going on. And Doctors Without Borders has got some really cool ideas, and we have some cool ideas, and we're all going to pull this together for well, like I said, some cool stuff. They're an amazing organization. Please check out the link. Find out more about what they do. It's important to understand that Doctors Without Borders doesn't just do emergency relief. They are out there 365, 24/7, working with people to improve their health, improve nutrition, to raise the third world up from medieval or barbaric levels of health and well-being. And so they need a continued level of support, and they and the geek community have an interesting connection that we've been exploring on how to improve upon that. And that the geek community, comic book, gaming, sci-fi, fantasy fans, and all that can unify in a way that creates an ongoing relationship where we are supporting their work to make a better world, right? So there we go. Next up for the crazy road trip is AndoCon. Carinn is leaving in a couple of days to fly to Denver to find us a place to live. I'll be here working on all kinds of stuff. But then Ross is driving up and is going to basically, plant himself in our new domicile, and we'll be going out there in July. But as soon as Carinn's done, she's flying back, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, straight to Atlanta to meet me at AndoCon. where the Thundering Skies Saga finale is happening. A bunch of other amazing games are happening. Me and Eddy Webb are both guests at this convention. There's going to be basically a live action Ask Me Anything late night with me and Eddy. And for me, the two best things are that I'm going to get Eddy to play Shaintar, and then I'm going to get to play Cartoon Action Hour with Eddy Webb, who's one of the original creators. And I'm really stoked about that. And I plan to do a thing to talk to you guys about Cartoon Action Hour, having finally getting a chance to play it after that. So that's the Big Irish Vlog for tonight. And I appreciate everybody's support. Thanks for continuing to support Pick of the Day site. I lay fallow a couple of days here because, oh my God, Barfleet and Gone and everything. I was just exhausted, guys. But here it is again. More stuff coming. More Picks of the Day starting tomorrow. Some other really cool stuff to share about new Kickstarters, new products, really cool comic, coloring book from John Cavallo, creator of Dork Tower. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all tomorrow. And I'll leave you with that teaser. Peace out. Keep the dice rolling.